So, no half measures, Walt.
Hello! If you're already part of the channel and you're just like, fuck yeah, Better Call Saul, what's cracking? If you're new to the channel because you see Better Call Saul and you're like, fuck yeah, how's it going? I'm normally bartending, but got a lot of free time on my hands and I really like TV. I was the dude that everybody, like, legitimately one of the main reasons people used to come to the bar to see me was to talk to me about TV shows because I fucking watch everything. I have no life whatsoever. I enjoy television. I started getting into reaction videos maybe about a year ago, and I was like, yo, these are a lot of fun. And I try to explain them to people, but they're just like, the fuck you mean you watch people watch TV shows? That makes no sense to me. I'm like, you don't get it. You don't get it. But you do, and that's why you're watching. So, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. As you see, I also enjoy painting slash drawing slash sketching slash some digital art every now and then. I've been combining them into one thing to make it more entertaining for you guys. So right around now, I'll start painting or drawing, whatever, something from this episode of Better Call Saul. It'll either be my favorite scene of the episode, or it'll be my favorite shot of the episode, or it'll just be whoever was the MVP of that episode. Which means it's probably going to be Michael Ehrmantraut every single episode. This is probably just going to be, how many episodes is in this season? 10 episodes. It's probably just going to be 10 episodes, 10 pictures of Michael Ehrmantraut. So, because he was hands down the best character in Breaking Bad. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Mike all day. When I saw him in Community, I was so happy when he showed up in Community. When I heard him in Gravity Falls, if you don't know, if you watched Gravity Falls and you didn't know that Michael Ehrmantraut was Stan's dad, I am not impressed. Michael Ehrmantraut. Jonathan Banks. Sorry, I want to give him his props because he's my favorite. He was the best part of Breaking Bad. I loved him so much. Ever since the wall episode, I was like, this guy is the hands that when he put the balloons into the fucking power lines, I'm like, this guy is the coolest motherfucker on the planet. I love him. Like, I always say that my fictional character list goes Gurr from Invader Zim, number one. Brock Samson from Venture Brothers, number two. Walter Bishop from Fringe, number three. Mabel Pines from Gravity Falls, number four. Amos Burton from The Expanse, number five. Legit, Michael Ehrmantraut is like 6 or 7. I keep saying that Amos is working his way up. He might take over Mabel Pines just because I haven't watched season 4 yet, and I know it's starting to get into cartel territory. Ehrmantraut might make his way into my top 5. Let's see if by the end of this series, or by the end of this season, let's see if Michael Ehrmantraut has broken into number 5. Right now, Mabel Pines is 4, Amos is 5. Amos might get to number 4. Mike might move up to number 5. I am one of those people that legitimately thinks Better Call Saul is the better show. I like Breaking Bad. All right, I don't want anyone to think that I don't like Breaking Bad. I started watching Breaking Bad, didn't like it, didn't watch for 2 years. It wasn't until season 3 was coming around and all my friends were coming over to the house to watch it with my roommate, and I was like, I want to be part of this. I want to watch Better Call Saul. And legitimately, it wasn't until the very last episode of season 1 when, what's the song from Gnarls Barkley? Who's gonna save my soul now? And that's such a random fucking song to pick. Like, everyone picks Crazy. It's always fucking crazy. It wasn't until CeeLo Green is legitimately the reason why I got into Breaking Bad. If it wasn't for that song being the final song that closes out season 1, I don't know if I would have been as hyped. Just something about, if you can give CeeLo the respect that he deserves, I will be with you 100%. So I stuck with it, watched season 2, and obviously we all know season 2 is when it starts ramping up. Season 3, I want to say season 4 was the best season. Everyone says season 5, but I'm going to be honest with you. I might actually make a video about this. I don't think the ending to Breaking Bad is as flawless as everybody says it is. It is a good ending, but it was not the greatest of endings. I always said that Breaking Bad should have ended with, was it Ozymandias? I always said that should have been the very last shot of Breaking Bad. Should have been him getting into the van and driving away, and the dog walks across the screen. That should have been the last shot. That should have been the end of the show. It would have been a gut punch. The last thing you see is friggin' Walt Jr. being like, "Get away from her! My father, he killed my uncle." Like, if that was the last time you saw either of them, if the last time you saw Jesse was him looking at the picture of his girl and her, was it the son or the brother, and him and Todd in the back just like, "You're with us forever now." If that was the last thing you saw of anybody, yo, that would have been such a gut punch. Breaking Bad deserved a gut punch ending. It deserved a not happy. There should have been no happiness for anybody in this show. Nobody. And then, maybe like a year or two later, after that gut punch is settled, you can have the last two episodes in El Camino. I think that would have been a much better way to go about things. All right, now that I'm done talking about every other show except Better Call Saul, Better Call Saul. I think Better Call Saul is the better show. First of all, you got Vince Gilligan, who's already had Breaking Bad to like sharpen his tools. Like, he knows what the fuck he's doing now. I forget who was the. I was reading about how it wasn't supposed to be so serious, and then I guess the other executive producer. I know it was somebody. It was somebody I know. I just can't remember the top of my head. They said no, let's do it like this, and it's just. I love this show. I think I did a Mr. Robot season 4 reaction, but while I was watching, season 3 of Mr. Robot was the same time season 3 of Better Call Saul was airing, and I've said that I don't think any show can compete with Hannibal season 2. I think that's the best season of television. I'm very specific about my TV shows. I think Hannibal season 2 is the best season of television ever, and nothing can ever come close. Mr. Robot season 3 came pretty close. But chicanery. Those 5 minutes of Chuck losing his shit on the fucking stand in chicanery is 5 of the greatest. Those might be top 5 favorite scenes of television I've ever watched. Those 5 minutes of chicanery, I was literally like, for everything that I loved about Mr. Robot season 3, those 5 minutes of chicanery, I was just like this. It was so horrifying to watch. I love that fucking scene with all my heart. I cannot explain to you how much I love that scene of chicanery. And I don't know why I haven't watched season 4 yet. It's on like Netflix now, so that makes it super easy for me. But I don't remember why I didn't watch season 4. For someone who watched every episode of Breaking Bad, who has very definitive, very descriptive takes on it, watched El Camino, fucking love Better Call Saul, think it's a better show than Breaking Bad. I can't remember why I didn't watch season 4. I don't know if maybe I'm just like not ready for it. What's his face? Voss. Michael Mando. When I saw him in the show, I was doubly excited because I think Voss is one of the best. I know I'm using a lot of hyperboles in these, but if you go back and go over them, I haven't crossed over any of them. They're all very specific. I think Voss is one of the best bad guys of all time. So when I saw Michael Mando was in this show, I was like, oh yeah, he's getting Michael Mando got a fucking Breaking Bad role. I feel like we're gonna have to see Bill Burr in this season, right? There has to be Bill Burr in this season. I think Bill Burr is my favorite comedian alive. Patrice O'Neal, number 1 of all time. But Bill Burr alive. I was so happy when he showed up in Better Call Saul, and I can't believe how much his acting career has just skyrocketed ever since Better Call Saul. Like, I'm sure he still probably would have gotten some roles if, or Breaking Bad, sorry. Like, I'm sure he still would have gotten roles if he wasn't in Breaking Bad, because he's great. But I remember Vince Gilligan saying that, you know, if you can do comedy, you can do drama, but not necessarily the other way around. So he hired a lot of comedians, Lavelle Crawford, fucking Bob Odenkirk, fucking Bryan Cranston. Like, he's got a lot of comedians on the show. And he's right, man. Like, I am a huge stand-up comedy fan. It's been with me my entire life, and I can definitely understand that the kind of broken that you have to be a stand-up comedian. But like, for you to get up on stage and try to make a bunch of fucking strangers laugh and do that as a living and do it constantly and give part of your, like, you have to be a special kind of fucked up. It fits well when it comes to acting. So I'm extremely happy that Bob Odenkirk is fucking crushing it. Like, I remember watching Mr. Show with Bob and David. Fucking Jesus Christ, I was like 8. So to see him, like, that was when I saw him on Better Call or Breaking Bad for the first time. I'm like, oh, it's the guy. I haven't seen him in anything since Mr. Show with Bob and David. I don't know if I've ever seen Kim in anything. I don't think I've seen Kim in anything. We got fucking the other goat, fucking Gustavo Fring, whose real name is Giancarlo Esposito. I was trying to remember what his name was, but I can only remember Gus Fring. Giancarlo Esposito, obviously. We all can see that he looks a little bit older in this, despite being a prequel. That's just how time works. Whatever. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I see some people say that. They're like, oh, he looks so much older than he does in Breaking Bad. Shut the fuck up. I just thought he was going to be in Far Cry, 6? Good for him. I just realized that. That's gonna be Voss. That's gonna be 2 people from Better Call Saul in the Far Cry franchise. Far Cry franchise. I feel like I'm yapping more than I usually do at the beginning of these. A, so you can see the hotness, and B, because I don't know. The last thing we saw was Chuck's house burning down, right? I think that was the last thing we saw. Let's see if I can remember anything. Jimmy was suing Chuck because Chuck stole his case, so he was suing to get it back by saying that Chuck was crazy. That's when Chuck went crazy, because Chuck is crazy. He got pissed off. Was it an accident? I can't remember if it was an accident or if he like half intentionally did it. Like half crazy accident, half inside. He's like, I want to just get this over with. I don't remember what Mike is doing. I know Mike met Gus already. Mike's already working for Gus. There was that great scene on the interstate with the phone. Hector Salamanca. Did Hector already? I think what's his name? Ignacio. I think that he already did the thing with the pills. Kim is pushing herself too hard, got into a car accident. All of her papers went flying everywhere, and she's basically fucked, if I remember. Can't remember if she's completely fucked, halfway fucked, or if she got herself out of the fucking, but I feel like she's still fucked. All right, that's done. I'll pick that back up after the episode is over. I don't remember the first time I heard this, but just growing up, my grandmother and like they always had old music like this. And even as a kid, I was like, I like it's so chill. There has to be a lo-fi beat with this. There's no way there isn't a lo-fi beat with this. I was just reading how Bryan Cranston said he's down to show up. I'm trying to figure out how they could do that without it getting too stupid. And the only thing that I could think of was maybe have a couple of the scenes in Breaking Bad, but from his point of view, and then have them cross over where you can be like, oh, that's how that happened. Oh, that's what he was doing during that scene. Which obviously they just made up, but they're really good at making the shit they make up feel like they always had it planned. Which I think is the reason I didn't like the ending a little bit. was because everything was a little too neat. Like you knew what the ricin was gonna do. They spent the whole fucking season. I like stevia. I like stevia. Where's my stevia? I need stevia. You're like, okay, obviously they're gonna use that for that. When it came to the M60 in the fucking trunk that he bought at the beginning of season 5. I feel like I watched this. You know what? I might have watched this opening scene. I feel like I started this episode and never kept going because I don't remember anything about Chuck. I don't remember anything. I just remember hearing this song, and I remember seeing the cop and him getting nervous. I can't imagine why I would start watching this and then not continue though. It's so weird.
Mr. Takovic?
I really can't figure it out.
Mr. Takovic, sir? I'm so sorry. Would you mind?
I have a taxi coming.
It'll just take a
Yeah,
moment.
like I don't remember any of this. But why do I remember this song? Did they use this song before? No, they couldn't have. But yeah, with the M60, you knew he was going to use it on the Nazis. The only thing that I didn't know, the best part of the season finale was when he got Skinny Pete and Badger
For some reason, this computer keeps...
to use the fucking laser pointers. That was my favorite part of the entire episode.
Can I have your social security number again?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got it.
Seriously, shut the fuck up. Man's got shit to do.
008.
I've never seen this before.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, wait. I typed the letter O instead of a 0. I can't believe how stupid. I think it's... Yeah, it's going through.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I would throw something at her. I just went through this for the first time. I've never been to a hospital
Hold
before.
on.
Now what?
Don't forget this.
All right, that's fine. I was getting... I'm done with her. Let's get done. What happened to Chuck?
You too.
Why is he looking at him like that? What the fuck?
It's a green light.
Because Breaking Bad also did a very good job of
Excuse me, this is good. I'll get out.
making you think that something was gonna go down. Nah, this guy's fucking spooky. I'm thinking of that scene where Jesse was at the center and he thought the guy was like a hitman, but he was just waiting for his daughter. I can't tell if that's what they're doing with this. If they're just trying to make you uneasy, but really there's nothing wrong with this dude. But I don't know, man. The way he was staring him down, like it could just be his nerves. You know, paranoia. Bitch, you better run. Was it paranoia or was the guy... Because, like, I'm trying to think who would be after him other than the cops. The cartel all died. Maybe the Nazis? I see embers. Oh, is this... Alright, yeah, this is Chuck's house. Mesa Verde, that's right. I couldn't remember the name of the case. It's so funny that they actually made this a prequel when it comes to Gus. Because I always thought Gus was the far more interesting character in Breaking Bad. I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit about Walt. I want to see what Gus is doing. Gus is way cooler than Walt. So I enjoy... I always love when I'm drinking coffee and one of the characters in whatever show is drinking coffee. I get to feel a little connection to you, Bobby. That's right, and Dave Porter came back for the music. Dave Porter was one of the standout stars, if you will, of Breaking Bad. Chuck's dead. Man, I love Jimmy. I hate that he becomes Saul. Like, he didn't get a good ending. He's gotten, so far, for sure, he's gotten that gut punch ending that I think that Walt deserved. Walt didn't deserve to die happy. Got to give his kids the money, got to patch things up somewhat with Skylar, got to give Hank's body to the FBI.
Jimmy, go.
Oof. Oof. Dude, Bob Odenkirk is fucking so good in this show. To like have basically nothing for years and years and years except little tiny roles here and there. Be given a tiny role as basically a comedic character in Breaking Bad to Emmy Award winning performance in his own show. Good for you, buddy. He's gonna feel responsible for... I mean, obviously he should, but... But fuck Chuck. He did so much for Chuck.
5 days ago, he was listening to jazz. Something made him relapse.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. They both know. Look at her. She knows.
I think we should go home, Jimmy. Come on.
I think she might be the most ride or die chick I've ever seen in a TV show. Like, I would give anything for a fucking Kim. That was nice.
Well, look away.
There you go.
So is it, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, he's quitting.
looks that way. You take it easy.
I'm gonna go work for the cartel.
So, the boss says he's gonna want the windbreaker.
That's the correct response. Of course he does. There you go. No, I feel like he...
Mike,
If his boss wants the windbreaker, there's no way his boss didn't charge him for the windbreaker when he first signed up. That should be his. Not that he gives a shit. I love how they, like, stay on a scene for, like, a good couple of seconds longer than they need to.
Pop,
Yeah.
make it go.
What's wrong with it?
I can't remember...
He's standing on it.
This is gonna sound stupid.
So,
I can't tell if this
He's
is
standing on it.
the same girl from Breaking Bad, just older, and they're doing the same thing with Gus, where they're just like,
Hey,
hey,
"What do you want from us? We want to keep the same character."
You having fun?
5 more minutes, please.
5 more minutes, but that's it.
Yeah, look at her. She's like fucking. This chick's like 7 feet tall.
well, yeah. I can pick her up the rest of the week if you want.
Yeah, see, they won't let her stand up completely because you'll see that she's 9 feet tall.
Really?
It's like
This is your offering.
Good.
it's like the scene where Locke sees Walt for the first time after Walt was off the show for like a year and a half because he went to like 9 feet tall, and they specifically have the angle where you can't tell that Walt is. He's so cool. He really is like the coolest fucking person. I think him and Amos would get along very well. Actually, they'd probably kill each other the first fucking... No, I feel like they could, like, bond. He's got that old mentor, grizzly... I'm sure Amos would respect it, as long as they weren't on opposite sides. Oof, nice. What? What? What was the for? There's that Dave Porter. What? What are you thinking about? What did you see? Tell me things. He's trying not to... He's trying not to care about something. What is it? Is he missing money? He looked happy about the money.
Yes. The Las Cruces for Madrigal and for Modal.
This is Lydia's place, right? I did the first like digital art that I ever did was this real quick when I was drawing Mike and
over the course of 23 years, the two men
Walt, sorry, Mike and Walt by the reeds. I'm like, fuck, man, it's such a shitty way to die. But he also like I can't think of anyone that died like more of a G. That man said, "Shut the fuck up and let me die in peace." He just sat there by the fucking lake or the stream. I hope that they show us that his granddaughter gets some money somehow. Because that was one of the main, like legitimately the main reason why I said that Walt doesn't deserve a happy ending was because of what he did to Mike and his granddaughter. I'm sure she'll have a very lucrative career in the WNBA.
He likes it. Howard, you should go ahead with it.
Fucking 10 foot tall.
All right.
10-year-old. Pop, pop.
Yeah, I will.
Look at her. She's the best. I love you. She's the best. She's the best TV girlfriend. She's best girl. Like Bobby from The Expanse is like my favorite girl of all time. But like if I had to like be with a girl, fictional character wise, Kim, all fucking day. Fuck, man, what happens to her? Like, I was just thinking, I hope she doesn't die. But I feel like if she doesn't die, just something even more horrible is going to happen to her. And I'm like, do I wish she died instead? Oh, that's Hector.
Does he have a history of cardiac issues?
Yeah.
And was he taking any medications?
Voss.
Thanks. We're headed to Lovelace if you'd like to follow.
It's the Far Cry dudes. It's the Far Cry fellas. And it's so weird because he's kind of chill in this. When he was in Orphan Black, he was kind of a delinquent, but not really like a scary delinquent. In this, he's just trying to help his dad. Fucking Gus. Every time I hear or see him in anything, I get so fucking happy. He's so great. He's Lex Luthor in Harley Quinn Season 1. If you guys haven't watched Harley Quinn, it's probably the best show on DC Universe. He's gonna dump the pills. Gus ain't gonna let you get away with that shit. He needs that leverage. No. I'm trying to remember, doesn't Gus know this was gonna happen?
Pondosa wants to see you.
Bring the pills. Jimmy says at the beginning of Breaking Bad, did Nacho send you, right? So I'm assuming Nacho... I'm assuming he's still alive, but if Nacho sent them... I'm trying to think if maybe Nacho moves up in the cartel. Look at my dude sweating like a... Yeah. I'd be nervous as fuck, too. Maybe take the leather jacket off if you're sweating so much, though. Can't look good. You show up to the cartel, you're sweating your ass off, and your boss just fucking... Rude.
Gustavo,
See?
¿qué piensas? Alguien se moverá contra los Salamancas.
I remember reading that he doesn't speak Spanish fluent. Look at that fucking son, he's so clean. Look at that purple. I went to a wedding for the first time. I had to like actually dress up for something, and I bought a purple tie just to be a little bit extra for the first time like ever. I'm the most boring. It's like the only shirt you'll ever see me wear on these reactions. Because I have like zero wardrobe because I don't go anywhere. All I do is watch TV. It's not like I need to have a freaking very flamboyant wardrobe. But I don't know, just something about purple. That royalty shit. And my dude was rocking a very, very clean purple ensemble. Got lucky. Who's watching him? God damn it. That's the dude that got box cutted, right? I don't remember his name. I just remember he got box cutted. What the fuck is this?
I might miss the staff meeting.
Who the fuck is this guy? He fucked up the battery. What's he doing this for? What's he like infiltrating the place? For what though? Just grabs a clipboard. This will look official. Get a coffee mug. Just walk around.
Speed. He could kick you before you saw him move.
You ever watched the Liston fight?
He's so good at just blending in.
Is that something?
Look, I don't care how fast you are. Muhammad Ali hits you, you're going down. That's a fact.
If he hits you, Bruce Lee, he knows the anatomy. He's got the moves. He's gonna find an opening.
No.
Howard, the opening.
Muhammad Ali would whoop Bruce Lee's
How much
ass.
does he weigh?
Do you have a gun?
I'm sorry?
Does Bruce Lee have a gun?
Yeah, that's the only way you're.
He does it.
Yeah.
It's Ali in 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, no fucking way.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hey, hold on. Wait. Did you sign Tina's birthday card?
Would you mind?
Not at all.
Not at
Way out of line on this.
He's so
All I'm
fucking
saying
good.
is if Lee try to sweep Ali's legs, he'll just sidestep. I know what he'll do. He'll do just fine.
You're nuts.
Reach for the stars.
Look, Bruce was a brawler, okay? He
No.
gets in quick.
No, there's no fucking way. Does Bruce Lee have a gun?
Does Bruce Lee have a gun?
Sometimes I sound like Mike. Sometimes I sound like George Carlin. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's the smoothest motherfucker. I think that's what it is. He's the smoothest badass I think I've ever seen. In anything. Like, if any of you watch Venture Brothers, there's a scene where there's a car coming straight at Brock Sampson, and he goes like this, and he falls backwards through the window into the chick that's driving the car, gets his hand on the wheel, and saves the person in the passenger seat. I feel like this is Brock's. I feel like Michael Ehrmantraut is Brock Sampson in his like 70s. Maybe that's why I like Mike so much. He reminds me of fucking Brock Sampson. What's he doing though? Is he like checking their security for them? Like, how has nobody like questioned what he's doing yet? Hey, who the fuck are you? Why are you here?
why none of you guys are wearing a lift belt?
He's actually looking out for them.
Oh, well, we don't usually stop what you're doing.
Go get a lift
Go to
belt.
the equipment room, you get lift belts and gloves. You use it. Rules are rules. Got me?
Sure, okay.
On the double.
Hey, hold up! Shut it down! Shut it down!
I love you. He's gonna walk up to him, like, here's your card back. He is, isn't he?
Excuse me. I think this belongs to you.
God. Thank you.
In your car.
I need to talk to your manager. I waltzed through security with someone else's ID.
He is, he's checking their security. That's fucking cool.
When the rightful owner shows up, there's no facility-wide badge check.
I always say that I judge whether or not someone gets into my favorite characters of all time list by how many scenes of theirs were amazing compared to how many scenes weren't. And like, I don't think that Michael has ever been in a bad scene. Every scene that I can remember Michael Ehrmantraut being in is fucking fantastic. Jimmy's got scenes here and there where I don't give a shit about what's happening on the screen. I don't think there's ever been a moment that Michael Ehrmantraut in Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul was on the screen and I wasn't just like, what we got? Why does this sound like some JRPG shit? No, actually, it kind of sounds like Cowboy Bebop. Oh, that's Full Metal. Actually, here, hold on. I want to hear that again real quick. It's the end of the episode anyway. It has kind of a do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. This does kind of sound like Full Metal. Bratja.
I think I owe you the truth about Chuck.
Which is?
I don't think what happened was an accident.
I think it was half and half, though.
Chuck was sick for years. And after the bar hearing...
The bar hearing had nothing to do with it.
Does he blame himself?
Okay.
The fact is, he started getting better after that.
Yeah, look at him. He looks all sad.
He took more of an interest in the firm. He came to work. We could leave the lights on. It never occurred to me that I could hurt him.
What a turnaround this guy had. What a redemption arc.
But he wasn't.
Like, you hated this guy so much at the beginning of the show. And then when you found out that it was all Chuck fucking with Jimmy, you're like, God damn it.
Well, Howard, I guess that's your cross to bear.
Shitty. Jimmy knows it was him, but he's just being a dick. Why do you look happy?
Look at her go.
What the fuck?
Someone make some coffee? Anyone want some?
I'm out of coffee. Here, I got a little tiny bit left. God damn it. I've lost track of how many times I say God damn it at the end of an episode. All right. New show, first episode. Woo! That's definitely going to be Mike, by the way. All right, so real quick, let's see. First of all, Nacho, that motherfucker, I feel like he could have walked a little bit faster when Gus... I can't remember. I could have sworn Gus knows about the pills, right? Didn't he give him the pills? Yeah, I would have fucking tossed those bitches into the fucking drain real quick. Because now, box cutter dude saw him throw them off the fucking bridge. Because I like Nacho, man. I hope Nacho gets to be okay in this. Let's see. Mike is the G-est motherfucker ever. Legitimately. There's nobody smoother than Michael Ehrmantraut. That man stole the fucking ID badge, got through security, grabbed the fucking clipboard, grabbed some coffee, signed Nancy, whatever her fucking name is, get well card. went through the entire fucking warehouse, found all their fucking security problems, helped the guys lifting shit with their fucking health by making them put belts on. He's the best. But what did he see? I want to know what he saw on the check that made him do that. Like, he saw the amount of money he was getting, and he was like, "Oh, $10,000 for my first paycheck, not too shabby." And then he saw something else, and that's when he was like, "I gotta do it." So I want to know what it was. Oh, all right. So Hector is on his way to becoming.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry. Hector is on his way to becoming Bell Guy. I'm trying to remember who that guy that was talking to Gus was. Was that the one that got gunned down? Like, there's a scene where Gus is talking to him and he's like, "I know it was you, motherfucker. When I get up there, I'm gonna kill you." And then Gus is just like, "Oh yeah, really?" And then you hear the gunshots in the background. I feel like that was that guy. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. It's funny, like, all I want to see is Bill Burr right now. I'm still like, Lavelle Crawford. I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Lavelle Crawford lost so much fucking weight. I don't know if he did that because Patrice O'Neal died. Oh God, could you imagine if Patrice O'Neal could have got that role instead of Lavelle? No, I feel like Lavelle did a better job. Patrice was kind of a dick. I would have loved to have seen Patrice O'Neal in that role, but Lavelle Crawford, I think he did a better job than Bill Burr did. Normally I have a lot to say at the end of these, but I don't know. I kind of feel like this was just a, "Hey, welcome back. Here's what's going down." I feel like that's everything. Kim, MVP when it comes to girlfriends. Mike, MVP when it comes to everything. Nacho, MVP of sweating profusely. Gus, MVP of, like, I want to say that Mike is the smooth motherfucker, but Gus is the smooth motherfucker. But Gus is a smooth motherfucker in a chess piece kind of way. Mike is a smooth motherfucker when just on the fly. There. My picture of Michael Ehrmantraut, and then I'll have that. And then as I go through the episode, my little wall of paintings will just get bigger and bigger. This is my one for The Expanse. It's a little crazy. So thank you guys for coming. I'll see you. These are gonna be on my Mondays, I think, after Watchmen is over. See you guys next time.